So you still have a bunch of empty notebooks that you were not able to use and maybe accumulated more this year. Well, hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Charizze and this is part 2 of unique and creative ways to use an empty notebook. If you haven't seen part 1, I will link it down on the video description, so feel free to watch it after this to get some more ideas. You will find some examples as we go through the list, and I hope these ideas will put them to good use. Alright, first is bucket list documentation. You might already know how to make a bucket list and checking things off when you complete them, but how about using your empty notebook to document them? Take pictures, illustrate them if you want, gather cards or anything as references for a particular activity. Arrange them on the pages and also jot down a bit of when you completed a certain activity and about the experience. You can create a simple page or two about your current favorites. There are things that are constant, but there are also new ones that we encounter. And when they align with our preferences, they become a favorite. You can do this weekly or monthly. You can write maybe a dish that you enjoyed a lot, a song you've been listening to on repeat, your favorite activity at the moment, and so on. This is a cute idea to fill an empty notebook that I found other people are doing, so if you like collecting stickers and shopping fruits from the grocery store, this would be a fun way to display these little labels and use up the pages of your notebook. Another related idea is collecting small packaging or labels. They don't necessarily need to be stickers. Some examples are tea bag sachets or tags, jewelry or enamel pin packaging, and many more. Who knows, you can also use these as inspiration to your own business packaging in the future. You might have a pile of old magazines at home that dates back to early 2000s or older. Skill required? None. You can create collages using these on your notebook and make any design you want. You can also use new magazines, but as long as you don't feel bad tearing off the pages and making art out of it. Similar to collage, you can do paper mosaic on your notebook. While collage involves gluing various elements without having a focus, paper mosaic is where small individual pieces of paper are fitted together to create larger, unified, and recognizable image such as these examples. Alright, our next idea is creating a fashion inspiration. If you like to dress up in a certain way or have an outfit for a particular day or event, you can make use of your empty journal to gather latest fashion trends, designers, and styles. Next is ink swatches. There are so many kinds of ink. You can definitely use the pages to swatch them, whether they are pens or markers. My examples here are mostly fountain pen ink swatches. If your notebook happens to be fountain pen friendly, you can definitely start practicing writing with a fountain pen to journal about your day. You might be someone who really wants to journal, but life happens and you only have maybe a day or two of free time to write. Well, you still can by doing a monthly check-in where you can jot down and assess how things are going in a particular month or a recap of how your month went. They don't need to be super detailed like how you would do on a daily journaling, just the important details that you remember. I wasn't familiar with this idea, but this dopamine menu went viral on TikTok, and maybe this is something you can make use of your empty notebook. So dopamine menu is a list of activities that leave you with a sense of reward once they are done, that are stimulating and make you feel happier in the long run. Maybe you like to knit or crochet, or it's something you'd like to pick up as a hobby next year. Then you can use an empty notebook dedicated to your crochet and knitting projects. You can fill the pages with your pattern names and sources, needle or hook sizes, yarn brands, colors, compositions, and everything related to it. Our next idea is for organizing, planning, and scheduling project activities. This can be used at work or for personal or home projects, so you can plan, visualize, and keep track of the progress of your newest undertaking. Most notebooks or journals are used for study or school notes, but what about using one to record your academic journey? Or maybe a journal per school year, document your experience as a student, your intellectual, social, and emotional growth. Ooh, I wish it was something I got to do in university days, but I'm here to encourage you to do it and keep those memories with your college besties. Another great way to use your journal for is writing your achievements, big or small, make it count. This can help you build confidence and believe in yourself and spot your own successes. You can also write any meaningful compliments you receive, whether at home, school, friends, at work, or from a stranger. This is for you who have pen pals or exchanging snail mails with, and maybe you have accumulated a lot of letters by now. There are many ways to store them or archive them. One is to use your journal like a crafting style. You can also put some tabs to label them for easy reference. For aspiring story illustrators, you can also use one of your empty journals to sketch illustrations based on a story with your own interpretation or visualization. Or you can also use it to draft your own storybook. Many of you might be using a journal to learn different languages around the world that are spoken today. But have you also wanted to decipher ancient writing systems in languages like Aramaic, Sumerian cuneiform, hieroglyphics, and more? Our next idea is for script or screenwriting. If you are an aspiring or an indie writer, you can write your next blockbuster hit, or you can work from a story written by someone else. While there are many forms of journaling about your life, a memoir only requires specific and major experiences. The difference between a journal and a memoir is that journaling is a private expression of your voice, while a memoir writing is a public voice. So if you feel like this is something you might want the world to read, you can start drafting your memoir on your empty notebook. You might want to be an independent event or party planner with no prior experience. You can start planning for small events or intimate gatherings for people you know. I know there are so many pre-made event planners out there that you can have access to, but you can make use of that one empty journal to customize templates that you will only need. If there's an idea I would pick from this list, it would be this one. And if I have the chance to travel around the world, I'll have a journal to document all the international cuisines that I personally tasted and specially made by the locals. What a wonderful way to record food from different cultures. If there's a concert you've been wanting to attend to and you finally secured a ticket, you know what to do. Keep memories of this experience in your journal from the start to the end of the event. This can be your concert outfit, fan meetings or signings, to the concert proper. And if you're blessed enough to attend multiple concerts, well, you can keep them all in a journal. Up next, we have artist study. You might want to learn more about well-known artists or discover new ones, and also learn about their art styles, techniques, and mediums. This can be a place to compile them with references of their art that you can use to build your own style. Oh, another idea I'd pick is the letters from mom and dad. If you're a parent like me, you can also give lasting memories to our children by dedicating a journal with our thoughts and hearts written in a letter form. You can write in any day or any occasion, just when you want to tell something special that they can read in the future. If you attend a church, you can take a journal to write notes about the sermon or teaching for that specific Sunday. You might also be studying the Bible, and while this increases knowledge, we can get more revelation through the teachings of the ministers, and this can be a valuable resource for your study. I think this idea is becoming common, but I will include it in this list in case you haven't heard of it or if you haven't tried listening to a podcast. So this is an audio entertainment that you can access in platforms like Spotify or Apple. You can use a journal to keep track of your favorite hosts, episodes, and write notes about the topic. And lastly, you can dedicate one for journal dates with your close friends or join a journal club and create new friends. Now that there are no more restrictions for gatherings, this is such a fun way to spend time with people that share the same interests and hobbies with you. You could choose a place like a cafe or in a park, but you can also meet up online and journal with them virtually. Alright, that's it for the second part of creative and unique ways to fill an empty notebook. That's more than 50 ways if you watched the first part. Now, I decided to treat you in this video. Not a blank journal, but a pre-made reading journal that was gifted to me by Notebook Therapy. I'm giving it away just because I feel like I won't be able to use it, and I know someone else can. So if that's you, you can enter the giveaway by liking this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and comment an idea you can add to this list. This is open internationally. The winner will be announced on my community tab on December 14th. Alright, thank you so much for your time watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon in my next video. Bye everyone. Love you all.